This video will show some of the highlights of Rxindi 1.5. You can now set a custom processing parameter, the value of which can be used in scripts or directly in Rxindi statements. Note that the input control for the parameter is hidden by default. You can show it via a new section and item in the Rxindi options menu. Also in this menu is now the option to either show the full path or just the file name of the selected data source. It is now set to show just the file name by default. Another small improvement in the panel is that the current mapping mode is now indicated, if it is set to anything other than the default. The biggest changes and additions in this release relate to scripting. Scripts for the Rxindi script statement can now also be written using the newer UXP scripting language. To specify the type of a script file, you can simply include its extension in the script name. Scripts can now return a custom message on failure or success, which can be useful for debugging or tracing. A major new feature is the ability to execute scripts automatically at certain fixed stages of the processing run using so-called triggers. There are 3 such triggers available: init, start, and end. To run a script on a trigger, you specify the name after the script name, separated by a colon character. Scripts with an init trigger run first, before any other processing, and even before the data source is loaded. In fact, from scripts with this trigger, you can return the path to a custom data source, which the script may have prepared itself. Scripts with a start trigger run after the data source is loaded, but before any other processing. This is useful for setting up global values and styles in the document. Scripts with an end trigger run as the very last step. From here you can, for instance, save, export, close, or revert your document. It is also useful for on-disk cleanup actions. A simple API is now available that allows external scripts and application to invoke the Rxindi processing action. With the process command, you can include a specific data source and parameter. There are more fixes and improvements in version 1.5 than what we've shown here. You can find a link to the full release notes in the description of this video. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.